What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Before we get this video started, I want to give a huge thanks to all you guys. We did reach 1K on the channel and we are still counting. So thank you guys for everybody that's been tuning in, everybody that's been subscribing to the channel. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. I wanted to do a classic style truck update video. If you guys are new, I used to do these things a lot every time I changed a few things on the truck. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So before I actually start and let you guys know what all I did, if you guys follow my Instagram, you can get sneak peeks of everything that I do. The Instagram is the same as the channel name, Trent53. I'll drop it right here for you. But yeah, guys, so I decided to do the video this way because I did a couple of things different to the truck. I don't know if you can zoom in from this angle, but if you know where to look, there is something different that you can probably see. I'm looking at it right now, but that's one thing. And the other thing I did, if you paid attention at the beginning, you might have been able to see what the other thing was. But basically those two things put together, I didn't think they were big enough to have their own video by themselves. So I decided, let's do a truck update video. Let's show you guys what we did different, and let's talk about what else I want to do to this thing. So first thing first, if you guys are new, you guys can see that we have the clear headlight housings. So if you guys didn't check out that video, go ahead and pause this video, check out that video, and you guys can see we changed up the stock housings. We got the clear housings, we got switchback low beam, switchback high fog lights, we have switchback turn signals. So everything on this truck is completely different now. Obviously we still have these wheels, guys. I still get plenty of questions about these wheels. These are Centerline Rapids 20-inch wheels. They are discontinued, so if you find one of these sets of wheels right now, like, you better grab them. I've had plenty of questions, will I sell them? Really, guys, there's only like a couple of sets of wheels that I would think about selling these for, or even trading for. But I mean, other than that, guys, I'm keeping these things. Like you guys see on the truck, they look excellent on this thing. But so those are the wheels. I wanted to get those out the way before somebody else asks. So moving on here, go right here. If you guys can see, or if you don't know what these are, we now have Caltracs on the truck. So this is the first mod I did where I didn't think I could just bore you guys with one full video on these, because of two reasons. One, because I didn't actually install these because they require for the whole leaf springs to be dropped and the gas tank to be dropped. It was raining and I had to work, so I really didn't have the time to do all that. And I just put that all on XXX Performance. If you guys don't know who they are, if you've been watching for this for a while on this channel, they are the ones that put the cam in this thing, MR built diff. So dropped the thing off over there. He put on my Caltracs. So that was one reason. The other reason was he told me that it was going to be like 2 days, and I dropped it off, and I literally got a message 12 o'clock the next day saying that the truck was done. So I literally had no time to prepare. It was raining again that day, so I was just like, let me go pick it up and I'll update you guys. So that's what I'm doing right now. So if we come around to the back of the truck here, and if you guys paid attention at the beginning of the video, I don't know if there was an angle, but you guys can see that we do have tailpipes on the truck again. So if you guys have, of course, been following for a while, you guys know I had tailpipes on this truck back when I had my Black Widow exhaust. I actually cut them off whenever I put these Corzas on here. So one thing that I do to kind of deceive the people that want to try this truck is, you know, most trucks around here, they only have a single in dual out tip. but these are made to look like it's a single and dual out tip. But if we look under the truck here, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see, but I actually have 2 tailpipes to keep this thing an actual true dual. So I've ran it like that on my last exhaust setup, so decided to keep it the same instead of running, you know, 2 pipes on each side. You know, I like it to look like it's a single tip right there, so still gives the truck a very clean look, and it's like ultimate sleeper mode, guys. Like I said, it just looks like it's a sleeper now. Like, I took off the wing there. You can't really see the Caltracs unless you're like really looking for them. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, and another thing with these exhaust tips, when I had the Corzas dump, yes, they sound very aggressive, but now that they're actually ran out the rear end, the tips just give it a way better sound. These aren't just the simple cheap tips, these are actually dual wall tips, so they create the echo effect, and obviously they clean up the sound a lot from just the raw straight pipe sound or dump sound. So yeah, guys, that's actually another plus of running these. Besides that, as you guys can assume, me having them dump, I heard them a lot more in the cab, when obviously you guys know Corsa is no drone technology, but being that they were dumped, I still would hear it inside the cab. With these tips, since I've had them, I hear it when I'm, you know, getting up to speed, but that's about it. When I'm cruising, like, radio is on low volume, don't need to turn it up, have a normal conversation, so that's the beauty of it. So for the things I want to start doing to this thing, as you guys saw, I have the clear headlight housings up there. I have a LED third brake light, but I still have my stock GMC housings on this thing. Besides the reverse light, everything is still halogen OEM, and you know, I just feel like I might want to change this up a bit. But the problem with the tail lights for these trucks, at least on the Sierra side, I used to have a Silverado, and the lights I had on this thing, I absolutely loved them, but for the Sierras, they don't really have the same style. So I want to go with like a LED style that's kind of like OEM plus. So what that means is, so if you guys have a Sierra, you know, this is one section of light, that's another section of light, and then obviously you have your reverse here. So I've seen it a couple of times where they have this section be a brick of LEDs, this will be a brick of LEDs, and obviously I have my reverse light that I could put in the bottom, but those are extremely hard to find. The other option I saw was where you have the C style in the tail lights for the brake lights. Problem with those is 1 minute they're like $200 to $250, the other minute people are charging $300 for them. So I need to find a steady price on them, and if I find a good price, I need to make sure they're a good brand, that they won't leak or do none of that other garbage that I don't need. So that's one thing that I would like to do. So another thing, and it's not really a big deal to you guys, but as you guys have been knowing for a while, I've always ran a staggered tire setup on these wheels. So this is a 265/50/20 up front, and on the rear here I've always ran a 295/45/20. So I was thinking, because these tires are getting kind of hard to find for whatever reason, maybe I'm using all of them, but I thought about running a 285/45 or 285/50, depending on how they compare in height. So that way I can probably find the tires a lot better. Besides trying to find them, My bed, guys, like, you can't feel it, but it is literally curving up right here from me hitting bumps and everything, or squatting down whenever, you know, got to put the gap sauce on somebody. But yeah, so I want to change up the tire size at the back. Finally got the front situated. As you guys know, I put the camber control arms on here, so now my alignment is completely straight as it was. So I believe on the last truck update video I did with you guys, I did say I wanted to get the Denali bottom valence, and I still haven't done that, but I think now I'm gonna really try and go hard to do that, being that I got basically everything else that I wanted to do that was more expensive. So I think I'm gonna start looking for one of those so we can have the full Denali front end look on here. I don't want to do the HD front end, because whenever you do the HD front ends on a drop truck, on the Silverados, to me it looks good, it looks great. But for me, for the Sierras, you do a HD front end on a drop truck, it just looks like this thing got a fat bottom lip and everything else got small body. For the biggest question that you guys always ask me, and I'm sorry, but I've been trying to get this done for you guys. Mostly I haven't done it yet because junkyards here feel like they're dealerships and they're trying to charge full price for this stuff for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it's been almost a year now, guys, and you know I've done this LTZ door panel swap on my truck, and I still get questions from you guys. I have actually helped out a lot of you guys when you guys did it to your single cab, your crew cab, whatever. And you know, I appreciate you guys reaching out to me, I really do. So I'm very glad to help you guys out, but I've also had plenty of questions of, did I finish it yet? So no, I haven't finished it yet. I still don't have my back windows to roll down, my locks still don't work by the switch. But like I mentioned, junkyards here, they want to charge me full price to do this stuff, and that's really not the move for me to pay full price for used stuff. So also another thing that I had planned on combining that part 2 video with is, you guys see my poor driver seat here. I've had the same rip in this seat since I bought this truck. So I guess you can say I've done pretty good, because that rip hasn't spread at all. It's been that same size for about, what, 5 years at least. So pretty happy on that. I already have a LT2 console, so I'm good on that. But I wanted to change out these seats and get leather seats. So part of that video is and you guys will see when I hopefully be able to do it, all of this stuff is going to come out to finish up that video, to get everything for me to work. The problem is the parts shouldn't be expensive besides the seats, but it's a lot of work to get it done. So basically all this stuff has to come out, and then when I put it back in, I want to have some leather seats. I don't need the heated and cool function, that's whatever. I mean, I didn't have them to begin with, so I'm not worried about it. But I will at least have the leather function. You know, these are already power seats, so I will at least like to keep that. But yeah, you guys can see I have the back ones here as well. But hopefully I can get those parts and get that video out to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on that. But that's probably going to be the next biggest video on this thing as far as a complete modification. So last thing would be probably some maintenance stuff. So I got this thing cammed middle of summer back in 2020, I believe, and since then I put about maybe 20-30,000 miles on this thing. So it's really time for a refresh. So that doesn't mean I'm going to change up the motor setup at all. You guys know that this thing runs like pretty well for what it is. So basically what I'm going to be doing is just, I got to refresh the springs, refresh the valve seals, and probably put new lifters in this thing. Like I've been running it pretty hard whenever I do run it. A lot of times I am just cruising, so don't get the wrong idea. But yeah, guys, it's been time. You're technically supposed to change the valve springs out every 10,000 miles, but being that I don't run it balls to the walls every time that I drive it, like, they've lasted longer than what they should have. So I just figured, let me go ahead and replace them before they're broke. So who knows, maybe I will find something when I'm down in this motor. But yeah, guys, that's probably gonna be the last thing that I do to this thing as far as big jobs go. I mean, I basically got everything that I want to do to it as of now. Once I, you know, who knows, we fall into some money, I do have a big back of the head plan for this truck that it would definitely excite a lot of people, and it's already exciting to me. But I know for, you know, grown-up decisions, like, I need to put that on hold. But hopefully it's not for too long, guys. But that's gonna be down the line, or if it happens sooner, it's gonna be so exciting, I'm telling you guys. But with that being said, guys, let me know what else you guys would like to see with this thing, see me do to this thing. And, you know, I'm open to anything. If I like it, I might go for it. You know, that's all I gotta say. But I hope you guys enjoyed us just talking again. You know, just a old school style truck update video. You know, it's not, hasn't changed too much, but, you know, just the subtle stuff here and there to make this thing for the better. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.